Yes, y'all. You know what it is. Kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are married to the games. That's right. It's your boy, Gabe Patillo, with Tim Browder and Timothy Hall. As always, thank you guys for being here and listening. It's 032, 32 weeks strong, and we are keeping her moving. And I think Hall's on a new mic today, so I'm going to let him go first. Hall, how was your week, brethren?
Yes, sir. Sorry if it sounds really strange, but this week, just kind of crazy stuff going on at work. I left my setup over at the office, so this week I'm on a headset in my living room, and I gotta say, the change of scenery is nice.
Where are you usually at?
Usually in the office.
There you go.
Are you doing a bunch of voiceover stuff this week?
Yeah, I mean, I always am, but this week's been kind of crazy, so and it's kind of nice to get out and sit somewhere else because I'm always sitting on my chair and I'm always having to lean forward into the mic. So this is nice. I'm hanging like Router today.
Exactly. Router could lay down in style the same.
I'm loving it. I'm like McDonald's and loving it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure of how it was going to sound, and then I started testing this headset out last night. I was like, that doesn't sound that bad, actually. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, let's see. What do I got going on? Last night I was playing some BioShock because I really, really want to get that done, and I think I am on the the step right before it's done. So I probably got about a half hour left. Nice. So I think that's a good place to stop.
I don't know how you don't just power through that.
That would kill me. Kill me.
Yeah, I had to go to bed, man. Like, gotta get up early and do the
30
show.
minutes don't make no difference.
Nope. Come on, man. Power through. You can do it. I believe in you.
Are you still loving it, though? Is it still great?
Oh, man, it's fun. I mean, it's as you play it, too, it's kind of crazy. I mean, the game, like I said, is pretty old, but it influenced so many other games this generation, and if you play it, you'll really see that. And it's an awesome game, so.
That's really cool.
Yeah, there definitely. You go. Sweet.
What else do I got going on? Played a little bit of Family Feud last night.
What did you play that on?
Come on down.
PlayStation 3.
Come on down. That's the Price is Right.
The Price is
Router.
Right. What am I thinking? Oh my God.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
I was like, come on
Family
down.
Feud,
well, no. Family Feud does come on down when they. No, never mind. Forget it. I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong.
No, they don't.
It's okay.
What was I gonna say?
What were you playing Family Feud on?
PlayStation 3. I've got both of them. I bought them both on sale, and the one is just the regular, straight up 2000s Family Feud, which sucks, and then there's Family Feud Decades, which lets you play like in the 70s and the 60s. It's awesome.
That's awesome. So you can get kissed and groped by the host again.
No, there's no. There's none of that.
That was always classic.
There's not even a host, so.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I always enjoyed those episodes. That's hilarious.
That's great.
Enjoyed those. No, I ain't going to say, ooh, no.
Oh, I thought you meant the games.
Yes, the games were fun. That's what I meant.
That's what we thought
there
you
you
meant.
go.
We know you're not creepy, Hall. You're good.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh, my God. If you watch those old episodes, it's just unbelievable, like, what that guy gets away with.
Oh,
I mean, he was kissing women right on the mouth.
Oh, yeah. He practically... He practically like had one night stands every time he was having. I mean, it's like you might as well just grope her and move along, buddy. I mean, it's crazy, unbelievable.
Oh, that is so funny. All right, so some Family Feud and some BioShock, which couldn't be more different.
Oh, and I finished Tomb Raider.
Yay!
There you go.
All right.
Finally. What the heck is wrong with you?
The funny thing is that after I traded in and I sold that comic that we got for free with it.
Oh, right.
That game paid me to play it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Did you give it to Amazon?
Yeah, because Amazon has that $54 trade-in on Tomb Raider.
So how do you do that?
you have to go to this like website to like at Amazon. So it's like a trade-in promo thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you just go to Amazon and look up trade-ins, I think you'll find it. But you should be able to just find this promo page, and it'll say like extra $20 of credit for trade-ins, and they've got Tomb Raider on there for $34.
Oh my gosh! And we
Wow.
got it from Best Buy for $40.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
That's incredible.
They'll probably price match that though.
No, but what I'm saying is because we got the $20
right.
thing from Best
Yeah.
Buy.
Man, I am off my game today. I'm sorry, guys. What's up with me? I gotta wake up.
So I was gonna say $54 of trade-in credit, and then that little book that we got for pre-ordering. I mean, I flew through that in about a half hour. It's just a little comic thing.
Yeah.
And I was
Exactly.
like, well, there's actually a listing on Amazon for it, so I'll just go ahead and sell it. And I listed it, and it sold immediately. Like, I listed it, and it sold like an hour later.
What?
Wow.
So I was like, well,
Okay, I'm doing that. I have to get it back from who I.
yeah.
who
So like I said,
let borrow it.
I think I net about $74 on my trade-in. So
For you, man. You made money from the game.
There you go.
Made it.
I like that.
And you're
Yeah,
not
it's
even a
pretty fun.
developer. That's amazing.
it was pretty funny.
Router,
Sir.
what's going down with you?
Man, crazy. It looks like we're actually going to get rained on right now. I'm in my sunroom, and it's like wind is a-blowing, and the skies are dark, so I'm kind of worried that I'm going to get dumped on and/or the power will go out. But I got my laptop, so it's all good.
There you go.
Weekend was good. It was just it seemed kind of muddled with the whole Boston thing and the manhunt going on, and I was kind of following that quite a bit, and it was pretty amazing. And man, thank God it ended the way it did, and didn't. I had all these scenarios in my head of what could have happened, and it's just awesome. So Boston PD, FBI, I mean, everybody worked together. It was a great example of how to handle this kind of situation, and it just proves that the power of the internet is huge right now. If this incident happens on Monday and we capture the person on Friday, that's pretty incredible. So I was
laying in a boat someplace,
yeah, right?
something crazy. Technology is next level right now.
T-Pain's not even on that boat either. So I mean, it's like it was. We can edit that one out. But yeah, so I was just me and Lauren were both kind of glued to Twitter, and I was actually paying more attention to Twitter than I was the news channels, because I was getting like direct pictures from people who were locked up in their homes. They were taking pictures of snipers like on their children's play sets. It was really amazing.
My gosh.
So, I mean, you always have to be careful of that, because some people can leak out false information and all that stuff. But it was,
of course,
it was pretty amazing. So I'm glad that's over. But and then it was such a beautiful weekend. We took Piper to the zoo on Sunday and had a nice family day, because we hadn't done that in a while, and it was just nice for the three of us to hang out and be together. So it was good.
Sweet. You get any gaming in?
Oh man, I am loving Sleeping Dogs.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm honestly thinking that Sleeping Dogs is my favorite game right now.
Dude, isn't that game good?
It is really good, and it's weird because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Saints Row.
I never played Saints Row.
Yeah, I mean, I played when Saints Row 2 was free on PlayStation Plus. I played some of it, and like an hour in, I was like, I don't need this. But
that's more cartoony and stuff,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I mean, but it has that same open world feel. Like you could go wherever you want. You could basically run up to somebody and start karate chopping them if you wanted to. And I mean, it has that free open world. But dude, I love the story. Like I'm hooked into it, and I'm trying to do like everything. I mean, it's got everything anyway. It's got so much to do in that game. Racing. I think the combat is really cool, and just
it's good.
The only thing I'll say is that it is a little, at least on my system, it's a little delayed. Like when you're trying to block somebody, like I'm hitting the button way before he's approaching me, and he just pauses sometimes, and I get hit. But other than that, man, I love that game. So you may not be getting that back, or I'll pay you for it, because I'm loving that game.
That was a good one.
And so that's that's been consuming me right now, and it's been really great. And dude, I cannot get past this level on Candy Crush to save my life. I've spent all week trying to get past it.
What level is it?
It's
Do you
level
know?
22, and I'm trying to get 3 stars, and I've like completed the mission of like getting of removing all the jellies, but I can't get 3 stars. I came like $200 or 200 points short of it before, and I almost threw my iPad.
Oh, I don't even worry about the 3 stars no more. You'll not worry about that.
I know.
Very soon.
I'm sure. I still like it though, but I'm hooked on that game. Hooked.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with me. How about you? You back and sunned up and all darker brown from your beach vacation?
I'm feeling more and more chocolate.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a good vacation. The drive home was better than the drive down.
Oh, good.
Thank God. So yeah, came back, hit the ground running, kind of right into the weekend, which we had a bunch of stuff for, and then right into the week, which we have a bunch of stuff for. So we're keeping it moving, man. It's been crazy. It's one of those things where I've been off, but it hasn't felt like I've been off, because even though we were on vacation, you're still like on vacation with a 19-month-old.
Yes.
And so that doesn't like the sand. So you're like, well, here we are at the beach with a baby that does not like sand. So, but it was a good time. But it definitely, my wife got back and I think put something on her Facebook. I don't know where she put it, but
Gabe, you need a T-shirt that says "Just keeping it moving."
Yeah.
Because not only are you always keeping it moving, you're always saying that you're keeping it moving.
That's right.
So the shirt, they'll just do everything for you.
I was thinking, I was listening to I always listen to our podcast after you guys put it up, just to make sure how it can be better or what I could do different. And
me too.
Stuff like that. And I've been picking up things that I say, which is so crazy to hear myself talk back. But I think the next Married to the Game shirt is going to say "That's next level" on it.
Oh yeah,
it makes,
that's awesome.
It makes sense, and I say that all the time, which is embarrassing.
Be proud of it, my friend.
So when you're playing the original Mario Brothers and you get to the underground level, do 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 chuku chuku chuku, you say, "Up, that's next level."
Oh, that's next level. That's the next level sound.
That's awesome.
Yes. So everything's good. I freaking beat Far Cry 3.
Dude, I'm so impressed with you. That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
That's pretty crazy, man.
All towns liberated, all towers transformed.
Dude, you must have been up all night.
You're crazy, man.
I was doing it to it. I was like, you know what, man? It's freaking Tim's telling me I can't beat a game in April.
That's right.
And I left for a week. I'm just saying.
Dude, you were like motivated, man. You power through.
Yeah, you really are.
You guys were my motivation. And it was easier. You know what's funny? It's actually easier playing with that headset that I got. That Pulse Elite headset that I told you guys about. Well, just because I can kind of play it, but it doesn't disrupt anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, hey, I'm going to go play games and it's going to be loud and Jenny's not going to want to sit up there and be on her computer. Like, so she'll come and we can spend time together. I just take one ear off and we can still talk and I can still play and the baby can still sleep.
I need to get those and I'll probably have to do that, like keep one ear off just because, so I can hear if the baby wakes up or whatever. But man, that's amazing. So thoughts? Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it.
Good.
And I could see what you guys were saying, but for me, the story became less about who he was saving and more became who he was becoming.
Right. Yeah.
And it was kind of that journey from, I was a suburban rich kid here with my rich friends, and I've slowly turned into a killer, really.
Yeah.
Like, not even, like, forget the Rakiat thing and the warrior thing and Citra and all that. Like, but just the transformation that he has to go through that, and you could tell he's like fighting with it the whole time, but he just has to do this. And so I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot. And so, but I'm glad to have it done and move on. I don't know what I'm going to play next. Now I'm like up in the air again, whether it's like Dishonored or do I try to go through the line real quick, Spec Ops The Line, because I have it for free and it looks so good on your system router.
Man, I would totally do Spec Ops because it's shorter. I think Dishonored is going to take you longer.
Yeah. And
just
so
in my humble opinion.
We're doing like a week and a half run in Canada starting next week.
I was going to ask when you were going out again.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll see our boy Jordan Thompson up there from the Boom Headshot
Oh yeah.
podcast.
Yep.
And I think he's in Winnipeg or something like that. So I'm going to holler at him when I get up there. But I think we're taking our own bus from here up there. So on Saturday, I'll be loading up my PlayStation on that old bus
Oh yeah.
and taking her up north.
Maybe you should check out Dishonored then, because I think, well, if you're me and you just blow through and kill everybody, I think it takes about 8 hours.
No way.
Yeah. So
Wow, really?
if you,
It's that
Yeah.
short?
I mean, it was probably about 10 hours. The thing is that, do you guys have Raptor accounts? Do you know what Raptor is?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, Raptor is this service that tracks your game time.
Oh, I did
And
see that. You're right.
It doesn't work. The thing that sucks is that it doesn't track on PlayStation 3, but it tracks on Xbox 360, so I can actually see how many hours I spent on a game.
Oh.
And I couldn't do that with Dishonored, but I'm pretty sure, and maybe it wasn't 8 hours. It was probably about 10 hours. I mean,
But
the
it
game
felt short.
is fairly short. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on how you take the missions too, because there's a lot of optional collectible things that you can get
Right.
that actually help your character. So I'm not saying like it's a it's a game for a person that likes to 100% it, but you can actually go through and collect items that build up your powers and your strength. So and they're almost optional, because once I got the powers that I wanted maxed out, I just stopped caring about those. So then I flew through the rest of it.
I got you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's cool, man. You
I'll
got
check that out.
hours of game time ahead of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
excited.
I would definitely go into Dishonored, because if you play stealthy, I could see that being like a 15, 20-hour game.
Well, I don't necessarily need it to be long.
Yeah, right.
But
It's very good, though. Like, if you play through that and you enjoy it, I would move on to BioShock from that if I were you. The first one.
You don't think do BioShock first?
I mean, but obviously BioShock influenced Dishonored, but Dishonored
Is the
prepared
better
me
game
to play BioShock.
control-wise?
Well, it's the better game control-wise just because of time. You know, time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
But BioShock is definitely like, I mean, it scratches that itch if you really like Dishonored.
There we go.
And like I said, BioShock influenced so many games. It's incredible. Like, it's one of my favorites that I've played this year, despite the controls.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back
Yeah.
and check that out.
Yep. You have to fight me for it.
well, I was going to say, Router, you'll love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really got to get over those first 2 hours, and it's fun.
Yeah.
I think I may end up playing that next because Gabe, you let me borrow the original BioShock.
Mhm.
So I think I'm going to.
Oh, so you do have that right now?
I have it. Yeah, Gabe let me borrow it, so I have it with me. So as soon as I'm done with Sleeping Dogs, which could be a while, yeah, I'm gonna play it.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Router,
Sir.
you know what to do, baby.
Oh yeah, baby. New releases this week. Dead Island Riptide comes out for Xbox 360, PC, PS3. I'm curious about that one.
Yeah, me too.
And I man, remember that first Dead Island trailer? That was like, I'm gonna say it. That was next level. And that,
Sometimes there's nothing else to say.
yeah, I agree. I've said it many a times in honor of you, my friend. Yeah. So that I'm curious about people's thoughts on that. How that it is. What else we got? Oh, Star Trek released this week for Xbox 360, PC, and PS3. I don't think it's completely tied in with Into Darkness because clearly they wouldn't have been able to get a whole lot of that plot into the game because this game's probably been made for a while. There may be elements of it. I'm not entirely sure, but that's out. Here's a good one: XCOM Enemy Unknown Elite Edition for the Mac released this week.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
pretty
that
awesome.
might be interesting. I may actually get that just because I've never really played games on a Mac, so I may try it and see, if it looks good and
It's got to be a great point and click game.
yeah.
The game is so good. I mean, yeah, and don't just let that restrict you either, because I was going to say it works really well with the controller too.
Okay.
Yeah, they built it to work really well. So
Yeah, I may grab that on my Mac because that could be pretty cool because then I'm portable and I can play it wherever.
Yeah, or you can wait till it's on your iPad.
That's very true. That's
you could
right.
play it while you're at the store.
That's right. I'd have to turn my screen so Lauren's like, "What are you doing?"
You're like working. What are you doing?
I'm working, kind of. But yeah, so those are the new releases this week. Top selling games. You ready for this, boys?
Oh no! Do I even want to hear? Don't say Luigi.
Luigi's Mansion #1.
Shut up! Are you kidding me?
Second week in a row.
That hasn't happened since we've been doing the show. Not that we've been doing the show for a long time, but that's crazy.
I can't believe it either. It did another 75,000 units, beating BioShock by about 25,000 units.
That is hilarious.
Is that not amazing? I was like, you got to be kidding me. Now remember, this is for the week ending April 13th, so it's like the week past.
But still.
But it still blows my mind that Luigi's Mansion is #1. BioShock.
Like, that makes me want to go out and get a 3DS. Like, I'm like, what am I must be missing something.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Kudos to Nintendo right now, because they actually have a game that's on top and staying on top. Like, it's got good
staying on top.
That's pretty amazing. I'm impressed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. And it's got to be. We discussed this last week. It's got to be just brand recognition and people. There's got to be a lot of fanboys out there who are, who are just excited about this kind of stuff. So,
honestly, if you like Nintendo games, like, I mean, you don't really have a lot to be excited about right now as far as like what's releasing on the Wii U. I guess.
True. Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
Because I mean, I really like Nintendo games, but man, I am not, like, the only reason I haven't bought like a 3DS or a Wii U yet is because I'm kind of waiting to see what else comes out. Like, I really want to play some other things.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Rounding out everything else, Defiance stayed at number 3, and that's tied in with the sci-fi.
I might have to try that game out.
Yeah, I saw some gameplay of it. I'm like, okay, this looks kind of cool because it's part RPG, part shooter,
MMO, right?
Yeah, part MMO, part shooter, it's got a lot of elements, so I'm very curious about it. So maybe when it's $5 haul, you and I can go get it.
That's right.
And then of course let's see, Call of Duty's still up there at number 4. Gears of War.
They're about to break a record, I think.
They must. I mean,
I breezed past something the other day that said that they're heading towards breaking a record for
wouldn't be a bit
game
surprised.
sales.
But Gears of War went down to number 5. So after 4 weeks of being out for the Xbox 360, it has sold 626,000 units.
Goodness gracious!
That's a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much. God of War slipped down to number 9.
Mm-hmm.
And so there it is. Luigi's Mansion takes the top spot again.
My goodness,
I can't believe it.
There you have it. Hall.
Yes, sir.
Give us something, brother.
Oh, God, you guys are going to hate me for this one.
Oh, man.
Oh, bring it.
So, there is a Pizza Hut app for Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's great. Let's make gamers more
That's the most pothead thing you've ever said before.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God.
The whole time I've known you.
And he kind of said it in like a pothead. He kind of said it in a pothead voice too. He's like, "Just so you know, do Pizza Hut ordering app." That was great. That was good.
I do not participate in those things, nor do I represent those remarks. But
no, we know. We're with you, brother. We know.
That is next level.
That is next level.
That is totally next level. Just when you thought gamers. Just when you thought gamers didn't have the impression that we're just a bunch of lazy slobs that sit on the couch.
I'm saying.
Welcome to the Pizza Hut ordering app. Unbelievable.
No, honestly, I have to download this, and I don't want to order a pizza, but maybe I will go through the process just to see. But this is ridiculous.
Oh, that's stupid.
This is so stupid.
Oh, that's amazing.
Why? That is really funny. Who would want to
do this?
That's hilarious. You know exactly why they're doing it.
You know what? If you own an Xbox 360, you should probably order a pizza this week.
Sure.
Try it out.
Give it, you know what? Somebody, please go out, try it out, and
let us know how it is.
But for the love of God, like, game for a little bit and then go out and exercise or do something. Just make us look good. Make gamers look good, please.
Oh,
All right, guys. I think we convinced him the check's coming in from Pizza Hut.
That's right. We got it. Awesome.
Hey, do either of you guys know anybody with a lazy eye?
I know somebody with a no eye.
Nah, that doesn't help in this situation.
I don't think so.
It's okay if you don't, but if you do or you meet somebody, tell them to play Tetris.
Yeah.
Because doctors in Montreal, in Canada, up towards where we're going, have turned to Tetris to help treat lazy eye. And they said they've had like a 4-fold improvement in vision using Tetris over what they've been using to test.
You're kidding.
That's awesome.
And it's not like they're just playing it on the Game Boy. It's like they put these special glasses on and have to do something, it's a very technical.
Sure, but they're using the actual Tetris game.
Yeah, they're using Tetris to help with lazy eye, and they say it's really, really helping.
That might be the title of our episode. Anybody know somebody with a lazy eye?
Oh gosh.
I thought that was really cool.
Do googly eyes count?
Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Nor in deer in headlights eyes.
Googly eyes.
Googly. That's
a shame.
funny. That's really amazing, man. That's super cool.
That was cool. And I was like, hello, Tetra's been out for forever.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all could have been doing that 25 years ago.
God, I still love Tetris.
I know.
Yeah, that game
incredible.
is addictive.
Another thing I saw this week that I'm really excited about was I put it up on our Twitter. Konami, to celebrate Solid Snake's birthday in June, is putting together the Metal Gear Solid The Legacy Collection.
Wow.
Which will include, you ready?
Bring it.
Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid The VR Missions, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots Trophy Edition, and Ashley Wood's Metal Gear graphic novels.
Wow. That's a lot of Metal Gear.
It's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're releasing it. It's PS3 exclusive. Sorry, Xbox guys. So that's going to be awesome because I've been wanting to get caught up on Metal Gears. Remember last week, we were just saying what games were we embarrassed we hadn't played. And that's one of the things I'm embarrassed I haven't played. So there is already a collection that's out that just includes Sons of Liberty, Snake Eater, and Peace Walker.
Yeah.
The Metal Gear HD collection, but this obviously is all inclusive. And I can't wait. So June, I think Konami is going to be getting my money.
I think June is now going to be called Metal Gear Solid month for Gabe.
Well, no, it's still Last of Us month.
Well, that's true.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am, dude. We're all going to be playing that in June.
That's right up under there.
That's awesome.
And that game, okay. Anyway, I'll talk about it in a second. Hall, you got something else?
No, I was just gonna say when you mentioned the Metal Gear thing, is Metal Gear Solid like the original? Is that a downloadable or is that on disc?
They haven't said how it's going to come yet. I would imagine digital.
It's probably going to come from the store. It sucks.
Yeah, it's got to, because that's a lot of file size there.
Well,
You
no,
think?
the original game's only like a gig, I think.
Oh.
I would think it'd be, I think it'd be a downloadable.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks. It'd be cool if they gave you like a personalized Metal Gear Solid 1 disc, Metal Gear Solid 2 disc.
Oh, well, yeah.
That
sure,
would
that'd
be
be cool.
basically a disc for every game. That'd be so cool.
That'd be
But that would push the price up so high.
maybe.
I'm okay with that.
Well, it would be.
And they said they're coming with a digital graphic novel, so I'm guessing.
It's got to be. It's got to be a collection series.
You said digital graphic novel.
I think that's what it said.
Yeah,
God dang it! Am I the only one that doesn't like digital things?
I love digital.
I'm right there with you. I'd much rather be holding it. Much rather.
Yeah, I'm so old school like that, but I just,
Yeah, no, I feel you. Hey, so have you guys seen that freaking Evil Within Us?
Yeah.
Why have we not talked about that?
What'd you say?
That
Evil Within Us
the next
trailer.
Bethesda game.
No, I don't even know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'll put it up on the site.
Tim Hall, this thing is freaking crazy
It is
looking.
ridiculously freaky, but it was kind of cool. But I was like, good lord, that looks kind of gross and kind of cool. But it didn't really. To me, it looked like like Hostel 3 or something. I don't know. It was
it definitely looked like
very like Hostel, like Eli Roth style, but
it looks like gore porn.
Yeah, so
for sure.
I don't know. I was kind of surprised that Bethesda was behind this, but I'm curious now. I mean, it's definitely piqued my interest, and it trended on Twitter for this whole week too. I was like, "What is this? The Evil Within?" And then I looked, and I was like, "Oh dear Lord, let me go change my drawers." And
it's a live action trailer, which is kind of weird.
Which I don't know. I don't know if I'm a huge fan. The only live action trailer that I've ever really loved was the Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls Online one that they did was next level. That was
pretty cool,
really great. But
so was God of War. Didn't they do one that was pretty cool?
During the Super Bowl, I think, or something like that. Yeah, it was great.
They did a live action trailer.
That was a good one too. But this one was just weird. But I mean, I'm in. I'll look. You know,
you go ahead and look.
I will look for you, Gabe.
Yeah, my bones are too old for that.
But that was.
I guess I'll be watching that later today on marriedtothegames.com. Plug.
That's right. Plug.
Shameless. Just shameless.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely put that up. I think it's something. Just look at it, and it's not really giving you a whole lot other than, hey, look at all this barbed wire and gore. But
exactly.
But I'm very curious to see, because Bethesda, like, they stopped doing all their development for Skyrim. They're done with Skyrim. They pulled the team, so they're working on this. Must be their next baby. So I'm really curious how this is going to go.
And it's the guy that did the original Resident Evils. I forget his name, but he did the first couple.
Yeah,
he doesn't do them anymore. And I mean, I'll tell you what, playing that first Resident Evil, I remember just from back in the day. He's good at putting together a scary situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like that. Like, I'm not a huge horror gamer. Like Dead Space, I think it's my favorite games to play for that genre. But it seems like I've watched other gameplay on other stuff, and it kind of it doesn't excite me. But this could be if the story's good, if the gameplay looks great. I'm in. I'll totally try it. I don't have a problem with it.
There you have it. Hall, do you have something? Or did I already say that?
I was going to say, did you guys watch the trailer for Blood Dragon? This is a little old, but
I did. I just
watched it last week. So
that
the
looks
DLC,
amazing.
The DLC for Far Cry 3
next week.
Dude,
I believe next week.
I'm so psyched because somebody had mentioned it on our Twitter, and I was like, you know what? I have to go watch this and see what this is all about, because he said, it's standalone content. Because when he mentioned it, I was like, oh, I'll probably go, pick up the game again and go into it. He's like, no, it's standalone. You don't have to own the game. And I was like,
totally
really?
different.
So I went and started checking it out. Yeah, I went and started checking it out, and it was it reminded me of G.I. Joe,
it's awesome.
Futuristic.
Yes,
it was
definitely does.
Whoa,
yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a super throwback.
It's like G.I. Joe meets RoboCop. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it was
so awesome.
My God, I am getting that day one.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, that looks so awesome.
You know, it's funny. I waited to watch because I didn't realize it was standalone. So I waited till I beat the game to go watch it because I didn't know if it was going to give something up about the story. And then I watched it and I was cracking up to myself I waited to watch this. It's so left of center when it comes to Far Cry.
It really is. I thought, oh, cool, DLC, this will be good. They'll add another map pack or whatever. And I go there, I'm like, oh, wow. Hello, hello RoboCop. That's awesome.
Hello, 1980s.
Yeah.
I'm not a story guy, but I could definitely get into this.
Yeah.
So.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I'm really curious how this is going to, how the gameplay is going to be and everything.
It's going to be the exact same.
Yeah.
I think.
Hopefully.
Router, did you have something?
I didn't have a whole lot, but dare I say, do we want to talk about CISPA at all?
Oh, boy.
You guys can.
The sad thing is,
I'll let you guys talk about it.
The sad thing is that I was not seeing that many people talk about it. And it's past the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Because on Monday, Anonymous...
Well, break it down for people that don't know CISPA.
Okay, CISPA, the Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act, was passed by the House by, how many votes was it? Quite a bit, actually. Basically saying that major websites can who capture your data, like the Facebooks and the Googles of the bunch, can share your personal information with government services, FBI, blah blah blah, for
and are required to if they are asked.
And are required
with no warrant.
Yeah, with no warrant to provide information, basically your data, to the government. So it was passed in the House. It's going through the Senate, and Obama says that he's going to veto it. But and I don't want this to get too political or anything, but it just seems a little weird.
Yeah, it sucks.
And it's like this kind of stuff happened before, but Hall, you're right. Like Monday, Anonymous declared it to be a blackout day, and Anonymous, they know a lot of people, and
nobody did it.
And nobody did it. And I was like, huh, is it just because people are like, it's never going to pass or whatever? But I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, okay, if it's something where if it's an issue of national security, and of course you have to define what that is, take my information. I got nothing to hide. I got a clean slate. I'm fine, whatever. But at the same time, I think a lot of people would think it'd be a violation of their privacy.
Yeah.
But in a sense, that's what you get when you sign up. Anytime you fill out a form, you are consenting to give them your data.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is that it's private at that point. Even though these are public companies,
you're right.
That's private.
Right.
Like it continues to make me think of what Ben Franklin said, and
Ooh.
I don't know I don't remember the exact quote, but basically giving up.
What he said in Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah. No, he said.
I'm just kidding.
Giving up a little bit of liberty for security, you'll have neither.
Right.
So basically, if we're giving this up for the excuse of security, we're not going to end up with any more security, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, do I care? No, I really don't have anything that they would be interested in. Maybe they'd be interested in the fact that I'm looking up a Pizza Hut app or something. But
you're ordering pizza through Xbox Live.
Yeah, exactly. Ordering pizza through Xbox Live. But still, to me, it's the principle. I mean, it's, we're losing more and more freedoms every, different presidency. And, we don't want to get too political. I don't really care who the president is. I mean, it's left versus right. Who gives a crap? But
yeah,
just things like this, like when SOPA came out. You guys remember SOPA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was last year.
And her sister, Pippa.
Yeah, exactly. Like every time they introduce one of these bills, I'm like, man, this one's going to get a little bit farther. This one's going to get a little bit farther. They're going to keep doing it until they get what they want, obviously. So eventually it will pass.
To me, it's, and I know it's hard to talk about this and not sound political, but there's so many things like this that make zero sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you really think about like property tax, like that makes zero sense really, that I could buy a house, pay it off, own it outright, and still have to pay taxes on something I own.
Yeah.
Like that's like if you asked me to come pay taxes on my shirt that I have every year, pay taxes on your clothes. You're like, but I own it. It's like, yeah, but if you don't take it, we're going to take it back. You're like, but I own it. Like, yeah, not really.
You're just renting that from me.
Exactly. I'm just renting what I own from the government. Hey, did you guys know that Ratchet and Clank are getting a movie?
Thanks for bringing this back, man.
Gabe, thanks for bringing us back, Gabe. I love you. That's
I
awesome.
was like, I think I'm going to have to pop the clutch on this thing.
Yep. Gabe just went brakes.
2015, Ratchet and Clank is getting a film from Sony.
That's awesome. Actually pretty awesome.
It is going to be awesome, man. I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game.
Neither have I.
I have to admit.
See the movie.
I'll definitely see the movie.
I'll definitely see the movie. It's probably going to be bad, but I'll see it.
You think it'll be bad?
I hope not.
Video game movies, man, they're doomed.
I know.
Is there a good video game movie? And don't say Wreck-It Ralph. Is there a good video game movie?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes, there is.
But by the way, I just saw that this weekend. Freaking loved it.
I'm so glad you finally watched
Absolutely loved it. Anyway, continue.
But there's got to be a good video game movie.
I don't think so.
Was the first Resident Evil good?
Not really.
It wasn't?
Well, you can't ask Hall that. He's extremely biased with Resident Evil.
That's true.
That was when I liked Resident Evil. No, it's not good.
There's got to be a good one out there. There has to be one.
I don't know. Not that I
can't
can
think of it.
Yeah, I can't think of one either.
But there's definitely got to be one. Okay. Router.
We got questions.
We got questions.
We got questions. All right.
We got some answers and hopefully more questions.
We'll speed through this.
Do it.
So, our boy John Fuller, Facebook. I want to know how you guys met and what inspired the start of the podcast. Very good question. Thank you for asking.
Go ahead, Router, because you might as well answer it because you're the whatever you call the center.
Tim Hall's wife, Krista, used to work at my wife's store. And she had said that her husband was interested in gaming. I'm like, oh, really? So we had gone to dinner one night, and Hall and I like hit it off right away. We started talking about music and gaming and all kinds of stuff. And so we were talking about podcasts. And Hall, you were the one that actually got me into podcasts anyway. Like I hadn't listened to a whole lot of podcasts before, and I got really interested in a lot of these gaming podcasts as well. So it was just one of those days where I texted Tim and I was like, hey, dude, do you want to do a podcast? I mean, you've got all the audio gear, you know how to do it all. Why don't we do that? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And let's try and find a few other people. And then I was like, Gabe Patillo. So you were out on the road, I think, and then you came back and we went to lunch and I was telling Gabe about it and Gabe was telling me his...
No, I went to E3.
No, that's what, yeah. You went to E3 and then you came back and then we went to lunch and then you told me about the whole E3 experience and then I told you about, hey, we want to set up a podcast. Are you in? And he's like, done.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So it kind of just all came together that way and it was amazing. So it was September's when we started. I can't believe it's been 32. We've been doing this for 32 weeks straight now. It's
man.
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
We're kind of on a roll. I mean, that's like the thing about, I guess, our show is that we've been keeping it going every single week.
Yeah.
I mean, how many shows can say that they've done that? Like how many small productions?
Through Christmas and everything, right?
Through Christmas and everything, man. We're nuts. We're stupid.
So it's amazing. So it was one of those things where it just kind of hit us in the head and we were like, yeah, let's run with it. And we kind of pulled it all together and I don't think we've ever looked back and man, I love it. It's fun. And it's great.
My wife used to work at the store too. That's how I know
That's
Tim
true.
Router.
Yes.
And then Timothy Hall's wife worked there. That's how he knows Tim Router. And then when we started the podcast, me and Timothy Hall had never met.
That's right.
And so then we did like the first month and a half.
Time.
Yeah, we did like the first month and a half to 2 months of this podcast without ever meeting in real life.
That's right. It was you guys met Halloween, right? At our party.
Yeah,
we met Halloween. Yeah,
that was funny. Right. Yeah, it just goes to show you can be online, you can be anywhere and everywhere, and you don't necessarily have to know everybody, but we can all come together. But man, that's pretty much how Married to the Game started. So it was good. That's a great question.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
All right. Here we go. Our boy Scott Clark on Twitter at
Scotty. Scott bought a shirt.
Yep, he did. Thank you.
And he was rocking it
right next to his NES collection. Yes,
I know, man. Holy cow,
that thing looks amazing.
Dude, I showed my wife a picture of his collection. I was like, "So can I do this eventually?" And there was no comment. So.
No, I'm sure there wasn't. But all right. So Scotty says, "What achievement/trophy are you most proud of collecting?"
Oh gosh, I don't even pay attention to those, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way I treat them is I just play the game and I get them, and like I don't try to get them. I just get them naturally, like by playing the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think rarely, every now and then, like when one of my buddies, like when we all play a game, or I've got a buddy named Chico out in Colorado. Whenever he plays a game, I always go and compare our trophies.
Yeah, I do that.
I don't know if I've ever been necessarily proud of one over the other, but I'll go see like what he chose to do in a certain situation and what I did differently.
Yeah.
And that's what I like more about the trophies, is being able to see what different people can accomplish.
I know, it's weird just because getting the platinum trophies, like you have to dedicate a lot of time to do that. And it's one of those things, we're married to the games. We don't have, that kind of time to go back and be able to do everything.
Because we're married to all the games.
We're married to all the games. But my achievement was I did do all of the missions on Assassin's Creed 3 with 100% sync.
Holy
nice.
crap.
That was the goal. That was one of the goals. I got it's called the Perfection Trophy. And that was one of the goals, despite the fact that it was Assassin's Creed 3. Which I'm still bitter about that game, but whatever. But I was like, you know what? That's cool. I did all of the missions with 100% sync. I didn't screw it up. It took me a while, but I got it done.
Boom.
I'm proud of freaking Walking Dead, the story game.
Yes.
Because once you get to the end of it, it just gives you the platinum trophy.
I know,
was like,
I love
all
that
right,
too.
I got one. That's the only one I'll ever get.
Yeah, I agree.
I played on my iOS, so I didn't get it.
That's the only platinum trophy I got.
Yeah, same.
That's funny. Next one, Tim Router.
Alrighty. Kirk Washington from Facebook. What game?
What up, Kirk?
What game during this current console generation can you honestly say gave you the most enjoyable experience?
Oh man, that's a good question.
That's 6-7 years of games right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gosh, you know what's funny? Like, and I've actually said this before. Man, shoot, I don't know if I want to say it for this one. I really did, and I don't know if people don't talk about it because it's kind of removed now. But I really liked the Infamous series.
Yeah, and I still need to play that.
I know, I do too.
And those were really, really just fun games. Like, they weren't too heady, they weren't too hard. You felt powerful. You got to, pretty much fly. I mean, you could do all kind of things, and I really liked. And it was kind of third person, so you got to watch your character's animation.
Oh, that's cool.
You got to scale buildings like freaking Ezio, and it was just I really enjoyed those games, and that was a good experience for me. I really enjoyed that on this console generation.
What about you, Hall?
I think either Fallout 3 or Uncharted 2 would be my favorites of this generation. And the weird thing was I started thinking about it, and all of the second games were really good this generation. So Uncharted 2, Mass Effect 2, like both of those are like record-breaking ground hit games or whatever. Why did I say ground? I don't know.
Were you trying to go to earth shattering?
Yeah,
but
thank you.
ended up saying ground anyway?
Groundbreaking.
You're like ground quaking.
Next level.
But no, like, man, and Arkham City was number 2, and everybody loved that one. I mean, there were so many number 2s that were good this generation.
It's very true.
But I think Fallout 3 may have been my favorite experience just because I played halfway through it. And then I said, I really want to start this over and just start try going through it again and doing things differently. And that game, I can keep playing it again and again. It's so much fun.
There you go.
So
that's awesome.
What do you think, Router?
I think I'm with you, man. I think the Uncharted series, probably because Uncharted 2 was the first game I ever played. And man, it was a great way to really start my gaming experience. And I will always go back to that game as like, with some nostalgia and just be like, man, this is really cool. Man, I still go back to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood because
Brotherhood was good.
Brotherhood was great. It was, it's Italy, it's Ezio running around and doing all that stuff. So I think it's probably those for me.
There you go.
That's it, brother.
Is that all the questions?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you sure we don't have any more?
We got a bunch. But we
got a bunch, but. Yeah, I mean,
space them out.
That's right. You got to go here soon, don't you, Gabe?
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm the.
That's fine, man.
I know.
I'm gonna
keep
some of these questions anyway.
Boo!
There you go. Thank you, everybody, for your questions. I'll keep some of these too. We may transfer them over to the next episode as well. But we appreciate everyone's feedback on everything, and it's awesome getting people to write in and do all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And if we missed your question and you still wanted to answer, just put it on next week's one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Exactly.
Sorry about that.
We're gonna try to get to them. It's nice that we have too many.
I like it.
We used to have to make them up ourselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
We'd be like, dude, this question comes in from anonymous.
Yeah. This question comes in from the brown guy behind my microphone. Man, well, y'all know where to find us, man. We're all over the place. Oh, we're now on YouTube.
Yes.
I don't know. We haven't been telling people we're on YouTube now. I've uploaded and there was a graphic done by Garrett, our boy Garrett that listens to the show. He's on Facebook. We appreciate you, Garrett. Thanks for making the animation for us. So I think I've gotten up to 30 on there. So I got to do 31, and then when this releases, I'll put this one up there. And but yeah, there's a little animation that goes on. So if you're not close to your iTunes, you're not close to your Stitcher or whatever, you can get on YouTube and check us out. All of them are there. So now we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course. We're too old to be on Instagram. So yeah, man, you know where to find us. MTTG Cast on Twitter, Facebook.com/married to the games. And I bet it's YouTube.com/married to the games too.
Yeah, it is. It's YouTube.com/married to the games. And somebody asked me about our RSS feed, and that's mttgshow.libsyn.com/RSS.
There you go. That's not complicated at all.
Yeah, so basically, if you're listening to the show and you really want to hear that, just take that snippet and slow it down. What I just said.
So, hey, it's cloudy, but we keeping it moving. Games and life and games. I'm Gabe Patillo for Tim Router, for Timothy Hall. We married to the games, baby, and we up out this thing. Peace.